I'm 5 minutes early. So what? Lunchtime with the bullies. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, the level of criticism that Howie Roseman has been getting, let's let it burn for a minute. What's the numbers for Maryland, the Maryland lottery? Good question. What's going on, Nelson? Let me get a wrench. I got you. The weather ugly. The weather ugly for sure. It's raining. It's raining out here. You see I got the little windbreaker on. Got some water on it. You know what I mean? Let's talk, though. Let's get into it. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. The level of criticism and disrespect that has been thrown on Howie's name in less than 24 hours is just egregious to me. I don't understand it. It's not cool. It's not. What's going on? Good morning, everybody. What's up? What it do? First of all, congratulations to the Rams for getting Jalen Ramsey. If that's something that you want to be congratulated for, I'm cool with it. I'm not saying that Jalen Ramsey is a bad player or anything, but from the outside looking in, it looks like that you need help on the offensive side of the ball rather than the defensive side of the ball. Just a thought. The disrespect. I read an article that said Doug Peterson is basically a fraud. How could Doug Peterson be a fraud? Or how could Howie Roseman be a fraud? These are narratives that's being spun by you guys, man. By you guys. These are narratives that are being spun by a lot of guys out here, man. A lot of people, man. People not using common sense. People not using common sense. All faith in Mills and Darby. I mean, what choice do you got? What choice do you got? Let me tell you the importance of Mills and Darby coming back. Kirsten, what's going on? So when you only got Sidney Jones and Rasul Douglas in the secondary, then that means your third rotational cornerback is somebody you never heard of. Somebody you never heard of. Now at least you're going to have people that's familiar with being on the field back out there again. They said JP is week to week. I just day to day or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the narrative and the disrespect that's being painted. Take that wrench with you, Tyree. Narrative and the disrespect that's being painted about our GM. Do you guys understand that without Howie Roseman, you have no Super Bowl? We are ringless peasants without Howie Roseman. We're ringless without Howie Roseman. Do you guys understand that? Everybody running around here saying Howie Roseman don't know how to draft well in the first round. Where? Since when? That was then. This is now. Well, what's happening now? Did Howie Roseman pursue Jalen? What would you like to happen? Would you like Howie Roseman to have given up 3 first-round picks? So you tell me. You tell me what you would have liked Howie Roseman to do. What's going on, Philly 500? What's up with you? Somebody tell me what more would you like Howie Roseman to do? Tell me. Howie made the best move for his team. I did not want him to mortgage the future. Cannot knock him. You can't knock him for not wanting to sabotage the future for that. Let me tell y'all just exactly how good Howie Roseman is. In 2010, the first round pick was Brandon Graham. In 2011, Howie Roseman drafted Jason Kelsey. In 2012, Howie Roseman drafted Fletcher Cox, Vinnie Curry, Nick Foles, and Michael Kendricks. In 2013, Howie Roseman drafted Lane Johnson and Zach Ertz. In 2014, what could be seen as a down year, Howie Roseman drafted Jordan Matthews, guy still in the NFL. In 2015, he drafted Jordan Hicks and Nelson Aguilar. In 2016, he drafted Carson Wentz, Jalen Mills, and Big V. In 2017, he drafted Derek Barnett. In 2018, he drafted Dallas Goedert, Vontae Maddox, and Josh Sweat. In 2019, he drafted Andre Dillard and Miles Sanders, who I believe will be the most productive people out of the class that he just drafted. Only 1 first round, but bull, that's it. Rams overpaid. Listen. And these are first round picks. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Lane Johnson, Carson Wentz, Derek Barnett, Dallas Goedert. And he can't draft? Now he can't draft? Now he can't draft. Mind you, he originally drafted Nick Foles. And the thing that makes it so sweet about Howie Roseman drafting Nick Foles is that he had the mindset to bring him back. He drafted him. We let him go, and he still brung him back. Without Howie Roseman, you do not, and I repeat, you do not have a Super Bowl. You know where I sit with this, Lord B. I know where you sit with it, Philly 500. A lot of people are in agreement that we should have put everything on the house to get Jalen Ramsey. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. There are quality receivers, no. Quality corners, no. Well, I'll tell you something about the corners. He wasted 13 picks on cornerbacks. Sometimes you hit or miss. He was trying to land that cornerback. 13 picks since 2010 on cornerbacks. They just didn't pan out. Now, you go tell me the team. Somebody in this chat right now, tell me the team that get every pick right. Tell me the team that get every pick right. Somebody tell me the team that get every pick right. Tell me the team that's drafting with 100% accuracy. There is no NFL team that does that. Excluding the 2019 picks, 57% of the people that Howie Roseman drafted are still in the NFL. Excluding the 2019 picks, nobody gets it 100% right. Seattle got it 100% right. Okay. Patriots, okay. We'll see. Nobody gets it 100% right. You won't get them all right, but if you have 13 chances, then no excuse. 13 chances at one position. He's been trying to correct the situation at cornerback. 13 chances at cornerback. Now, I agree. The one thing that I'm saying, maybe you should use a high draft pick on a cornerback. Maybe you should use a first round or a second round pick on a cornerback. I agree with that theory. I agree with it. Sometimes you got to go for it. But at the end of the day, what was the state of the team in 2012 when we took an edge rusher? We needed one more than we needed a cornerback. What was the state in 2011 when we got Jason Kelce? We needed an offensive line. What was the state in 2012 when we picked up on Fletcher Cox? We needed a dominant defensive tackle. What was the state in 2013 when we picked Lane Johnson? We were trying to build up on the offensive line. Now you got Kelce and Johnson in 2013. We started looking for weapons in 2014. We needed a middle linebacker in 15. We took Jordan Hicks. In 2016, we took our chances on Carson Wentz. Do you understand that? Do y'all know Howie Roseman was heavily in on hiring Doug Peterson? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know Howie Roseman was the one that said, "Yeah, get Doug Peterson"? A lot of people don't know that. 2 years ago, a lot of us was saying Howie Roseman was the best GM in football. Probably last year. All the "and Howie we trust" memes. Just because he can't land one guy, just because we can't land one guy, this how we feel? This how we feel because he can't land one guy? How smart did he look when he brung back Nick Foles? How smart did he look when he traded Sam Bradford 11 days before the season to get us back with a #1 pick? You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I still trust Howie. It's not the issue. It's not the issue for me. I know. I see where you go. I see where you're going with it. Philly 500. It's not about one guy. It's about the entire offseason. What about the entire offseason? What about the entire offseason that I'm missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? We screamed Minkah Fitzpatrick. We screamed Jalen Ramsey. Now we're gonna scream Patrick Peterson. All we're going to do is keep screaming whoever's available. If we didn't put all our eggs in one basket to try to get Jalen Ramsey, we probably have Patrick Peterson. Aguilar's a huge bust. I got to disagree with Aguilar being a huge bust. Aguilar has been up and down. I got to disagree. Now, Sidney Jones, you could say that's a bust right now. The Eagles never go after big names. We need good players that play well. You know what I mean? People criticize Howie for picking up Alshon Jeffrey. Let me tell you the people Howie Roseman drafted: Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, Zach Ertz, Nelson Aguilar, Carson Wentz, Derek Barnett. Everybody that I just named played a huge role in our first Super Bowl. Also, him bringing back Nick Foles. Brandon Graham got the biggest defensive play of all time. That was Howie's first draft choice. Barnett is trash. You tripping. He just hurt. Miles Sanders, Howie Roseman drafted him too. Miles Sanders is number 2 in the first 6 weeks in all-purpose yards, only trailing behind Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, he drafted him too. I believe Cox is hurt. Yeah, he drafted him too. Yeah. Jordan Matthews went on to go get signed to get a payday somewhere. So did Jordan Hicks. He drafted people that were able to produce in the NFL. Sharif Miller is Basuda. I'll agree with you there. I get all of that, Lord B, but your defense has been overrated this year. My defense has been overrated this year? Everybody knew coming to this we needed cornerbacks. Okay, we just disagree. Too much for me to type and explain. You can send me a DM. I don't really disagree with what y'all saying. I believe we need secondary help, but I don't believe Howie Roseman is trash now all of a sudden. That's my problem. How soon we forget? How soon we forget? I vividly remember the days of us being ringless. I had y'all as the number 1 team in the league. You did, Ruiz Rams. I remember you having us as the number 1 team in the league. But tell me how is it too late for us to start playing good football right now? We win this game on Sunday, which we will. We'll be number 1 in the division. The Bills, the Dolphins, Redskins one more time, Giants twice, Cowboys again. The Bears, Mitchell Trubisky and them dudes, all winnable games in my opinion. All winnable games in my opinion. I was super high on Greedy Williams. I had the opportunity to get Greedy Williams in the draft. Should have got him. It's not too late. We still can win the entire thing. Make no mistake about it. That's what I'm trying to say, Philly 500. That's what I'm trying to say. There is no way that we out of this thing. And there's no way we should be condemning Howie for missing on Jalen Ramsey. Now, it would be sad if Howie didn't even put a package together, but there was a package together. I heard that package even included Zach Ertz. Howie wanted to please y'all so much that he was going to let go of the tight end with the most receptions in the season, which I wholeheartedly disagreed with. You know what I'm saying? As a fan base, we got to stop screaming for everything. Everything ain't good for us. The Rams don't have a first-round pick for 5 years. Y'all want to be like them? Passed on DK Metcalf. Okay, we acting like DK Metcalf lead the league in receptions or something. Okay, passed on DK Metcalf. Okay, I don't see that as a huge mistake. You know what I'm saying? We need to keep Ertz, future Hall of Famer. That's what I'm saying. Y'all remember Zach Ertz was on the trading block. Which way do we want it as fans? Which way do we want it? Which way do we want it? You can't get Jalen Ramsey and keep everything. You can't. First-round picks are a security blanket. Now, I agree with giving up a first-round pick for him, but when you're talking about 2 first-round picks and a 4th, come on, you're trying to milk us. They abused the Rams. They abused the Rams. I'm glad Howie didn't let us get taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Howie didn't let us get taken advantage of. Come on. Now, is it a lost cause if the Rams don't even make the playoffs? Because I don't think they're making the playoffs. Is it a lost cause? Did the Rams do the wrong thing if they don't make the playoffs? Remember, 11 days into the season, we had Sam Bradford on the roster and Carson Wentz. Howie put a package together, got Sam Bradford out of here for a first-round pick. Is Sam Bradford still in the league? Without Howie, we have no Super Bowl to talk about. Without Howie, we're the Atlanta Falcons, Tennessee Titans. I'm just not going to accept any slander on Howie Roseman's name because he couldn't land a guy he tried to land. Howie should have pulled the trigger. The trigger was pulled. He just missed. What more do you want? I agree. I would have been mad if the Saints gave up that much for Ramsey. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When Howie traded for Jay Ajayi, I forgot about that. We was already number 1 in the division. We already had shit on smash. Howie just put the exclamation mark on it. Erase the doubt. Oh, now we got a run game. Come on, bro. Come on, Howie sweet now? You got to understand, man, when you win a Super Bowl and so many people don't like you, they start working together. They start working together. The Rams could have gave us Marcus Peters. Why didn't they do it? Because we got their number. We got their number. Beat them the last 2 times we played them. They sent him to Baltimore out of the conference. Why do you think the Jaguars send Jalen Ramsey out of the conference to the NFC? That's how that stuff worked, man. That's how that stuff worked. Tom Coughlin hates the Eagles. It was never going to happen. Thank you. Thank you. I believe HOWie is still working on something. He got to be working on something. He cut Zach Brown. He working. He working. You can't condemn a working man. You mad at the dude that work at McDonald's too? At least he working. Lil Brunson, I rock with you, my guy. Thanks for the truth. Green, you already know. Thank you for the donation, bruh. He working. He worked. Now if he didn't try, I would be upset. He tried though. Bradham did get hurt. Bradham did get hurt, and we cut Brown. So he working on something. He working on something. He working. I'm trying to tell you. He working. Listen. It's B yet. That's what we call it in the military. It ain't close of business. It's still hours in the day. He working. He working. He working. That's what he been doing for us. It's a shame I got to go down this accolade to remind us. Come on. Everybody talking about he dropped the ball like he declined the package or something. The Rams got taken advantage of. I'm telling you. If the Rams want another first-round pick, they got to trade a player. They got to trade a player. Who are the players that they can get first-round picks for? Aaron Donald, probably Jalen Ramsey again. You ain't getting no first-round pick for Aqib Talib. Not Todd Gurley with his bad knees. How can the Rams get back in the first round within the next 5 years? 5 years without a first-round pick? Come on, bro. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that being us and me being happy about that. If the Rams don't win the Super Bowl this year, they are done. They are done. They can't trade them again. Well, Lil Brunson, you making a lot of sense. Super Bowl run is on. Yeah, Lil Brunson, those are top 15 picks we picking at the end of the round. Okay. I hear you. 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 I'm glad Jalen went to, as I said in my video last night, I am ecstatic that he went to the Rams. I'm happy he went to the Rams. I'm super happy he went to the Rams. The Rams play the Cowboys. We need the Cowboys beat up as much as possible. I'm glad he over there with the Rams. I can see us getting someone before Friday. We need to get somebody in time so they could play in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? We need to get somebody. What's so great about Darby? Darby was a horrible signing. I never said nothing about Ronald Darby. Ronald Darby was only a horrible signing until he got hurt. When Ronald Darby was healthy, we was all riding Ronald Darby. Oh, extend them. Dudes get hurt and it take a while to get back to them normal selves. I would not, me, if I was the GM, I would have never even drafted Sidney Jones. I would never draft somebody hurt. If we were to fire HOWie, the NFL would cut their GMs to hire HOWie. Listen, Howie Roseman got extended. Howie Roseman hired Doug Peterson, and then they both got extended together. Howie Roseman is one of the most important pieces in that building, man. Without Howie Roseman, you don't get Doug Peterson hired. Nobody wanted to take a chance on Doug Peterson. Jalen Ramsey. Come on, bruh. You know how mad y'all would have been if we would have got Jalen Ramsey? Do you understand how upset you would have been? Andre Dillard would make his first career start against Dallas. I'll take it. That just popped up. I'll take it. Now watch HOWie first round pick do work. Do work. Do work. That's HOWie right there. The smarts of HOWie. A lot of y'all wouldn't have picked no left tackle first. We were all upset when Dillard got drafted. Now how is it about to pay off in one of the biggest games of the season? We were livid. We were livid when that dude got drafted first. I wanted Greedy Williams. Now imagine us going to get Greedy Williams and we still don't got no left tackle. Imagine Jordan Mailata going out there to back up our dude in the biggest game of the season, and us getting ran through. Imagine that. Come on, bruh. I wanted Greedy big time. Of us not taking Hollywood Brown, I wanted Hollywood too. What other teams had Howie? I don't know. Dillard been looking good since he stepped on the field. Have faith in Howie. The faith in Howie ain't never leave me, because I know that without Howie Roseman, we wouldn't have no Super Bowl. Super Bowl teams like that. This was a plan. Look at this. 2010, he drafted Brandon Graham. 2011, Jason Kelsey. 2012, Fletcher Cox, Vinnie Curry, Nick Foles, and Michael Kendricks. In 2012, Fletcher Cox, Vinnie Curry, Nick Foles, and Michael Kendricks all played in the Super Bowl 5 years later. Michael Kendricks threw a touchdown pass to Nick Foles. These guys were drafted 5 years prior. 2013, Lane Johnson and Zach Ertz, who caught a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. But y'all don't hear me, though. Plan was formulated in 2010 to get us to the Super Bowl and win it. Hey, Shaquille Burton, man, thank you for the donation. This was a plan. How we built this thing from the ground up. Not one player is going to get you over the hump. How we just proved that you need to put pieces together, man, if you want to do what we did and how we did it. 2016, getting Carson Wentz, Super Bowl caliber season, the year we won it. Derek Barnett, the guy that scooped up the fumble. After the guy he drafted in Brandon Graham in 2010 knocked it loose. But y'all hear me, though. In 2017, he drafted Donnell Pumphrey and Mac Hollins. Okay, you hit and you miss sometime. You hit and you miss. But the accuracy in which he hit has led us to a Super Bowl. Clearly, as I just pointed out. Clearly. Don't forget about Trey Burton. I forgot about Trey Burton. Clearly, his accuracy has led us to a Super Bowl, though. Pick a team. Y'all can give me the team, and I'll dig into how that team's GMs were drafting. Y'all can give me a team. Give me a team right now. And you know what? You got to give a shout out to Jeffrey Lurie. Because this dude from 2010 to 2019 being able to draft for us, it shows the consistency in the vision. When you start changing GMs, they start going in different directions. We had the same guy, been down with us for 9 years, helping get these picks together, and it led to a Super Bowl. The same guy. Pick a team right now. Y'all want me to do the Patriots next? The Patriots draft history? Corey Clement. Let's not forget about Corey Clement. Most receiving yards in the Super Bowl by a running back that was drafted by Howie. I could pick the Saints. You know what? I like the Saints. I'm going to do the Saints draft history next. And show y'all that a lot of these dudes ain't as accurate as Howie. But y'all want to point out the bad picks. Y'all want to point out the bad picks only? Come on. Let's talk about the accuracy of the good ones, though. Let's talk about the accuracy of the good ones. I don't believe it. I don't believe this fan base. So too wishy-washy at times. We were praising. I mean, Howie was getting virtual head. 49ers draft picks. I got you. That's a good one, Dance Lover. Howie was getting virtual neck via the internet after the Super Bowl. Virtual dome. Like, I was happy for my boy. Virtual. And now all of a sudden we forgot about Howie? We want to talk like Howie don't draft good? I be seeing the comments. Howie Roseman got so many. Howie Roseman got more memes than any other GM I ever seen, bro. Pause. You right. Pause that. More memes than any other GM I ever seen, bro. More memes than anybody I ever seen. Howie Roseman got that. People don't even know what GMs look like. We know what Howie look like, though. Y'all don't hear me, though. You don't hear me. Let me tell you something about the statue, the Philly statue. Wouldn't be there if Howie Roseman wasn't a GM. Wouldn't be there if Howie wasn't a GM. Because Howie got Doug hired. Howie drafted Nick Foles. We let Nick Foles go. Howie brought him back. But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. You know what I'm saying? The only thing our team missing right now is Frank Reich. Mike Groh, I don't know who hired Mike Groh. Mike Groh looked like he just had no purpose. I don't know what the hell Mike Groh do if Doug called the plays. But y'all don't hear me, though. All this disrespect on how we name, I'm not going for it. I'm not no trendy dude. 350 watching, everybody hit that like button. You already know, man, let me get some likes. I'm not that dude. I'm going to think logically. If they say how we stink on the internet, I got to dig into it. I got to dig into it before I jump on that Howie stink train. I'm not that dude, man. I'm not that dude. And after the evidence I just pulled up, Howie Roseman is a damn good GM. He just couldn't land Jalen Ramsey. Just couldn't land Jalen Ramsey. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Y'all was confused when he drafted Alshon Jeffrey, when he traded for Alshon Jeffrey. Or when they signed Alshon Jeffrey, however it went. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. Now we know, don't criticize Howie. I mean, how can you criticize Howie, though, Kirsten? How can you? He tried. He been trying for months to get Jalen Ramsey. He tried. I'm pretty sure everybody tried. And you know what? The Jags some trash. The Jags are trash for real. I'm gonna tell you why the Jags trash for not wanting to accept our deal. Come on, bro. We knew Nick Foles was going to y'all. We could have franchise tagged Nick Foles and made. That's why I said we should have franchise tagged Nick Foles and made somebody trade for him. Cause look how grimy it is. Hey, 500. Thank you for the donation, brother. And you too, Shaquille Burton. Not the end of the world. I wanted Ramsey. Didn't happen. We shall see how he does next. That's all we could do. That's all we could do, 500. That's all we could do, man. I appreciate the donation, bro. That's all we could do is see what's next. That's all we could do is see what's next. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? The Jaguar, we should have made a trade for Nick Foles. He was way too in demand. A lot of people needed a quarterback. But we did right by Nick by letting him hit the free agent mark. By letting him hit the market. We did right by him. Go through all the offseason and be honest about all those moves. What moves you want me to be honest about, Kirsten? The bad ones? Because I talked about the good ones. You want me to talk about the bust? We could do that. We could do that. But what's going on, Bird Gang? But I'm gonna tell you the problem, Kirsten, with talking about the bust. The problem is that everybody got those. Everybody got picks that didn't pan out. But nobody got as many picks as Howie Roseman that did pan out and lead to a Super Bowl. Exactly 500, but Lord Brunson goes in on the Rams. I'm like, what? I'm not going in on the Rams. I'm telling y'all that y'all probably just got a guy and it ain't gonna help you make the playoffs. That's the truth. You 3-3. Look how competitive. Now, Rams, be honest with yourself. Look how, did you see EDP rant on the Eagles? I didn't see it yet, Velly. Thank you for the shout out, Velly. I mean, be honest with yourself, Rams. You're 3-3. 3-3 is first place in my division. 3-3 is third place in your division. You see where I'm going with this? The 49ers are undefeated. The Seahawks look good. And there you are. You might not make the playoffs. That's the truth. It's really raining cats and dogs out here. We're going to beat the Cowboys Sunday, and we're going to be in first place. The rain make it hot as hell, man, in your car. We lost Clowney for a third-round pick. We did lose Clowney for a third-round pick. We did. That was bad. That was bad. If we really wanted him, we should have went and got him. Yes, Lil Brunson, but you're forgetting about the schedule in the next 5 games. Look at the Rams schedule. No reason they cannot be 7-3 at 10 games. I didn't look at the Rams schedule. That could be a good point. That could be a good point. But at the end of the day, good work has been done without us even needing to do the work. I'm gonna tell you why. All three of those teams in that division not making the playoffs. They not. Somebody gonna miss the playoffs. That's somebody that we won't have to play in the playoffs. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Clowney wasn't needed. Imagine saying something dumb like that. Clowney is a need for everybody, man. Clowney is a need for everybody. Clowney got the Seahawks looking scary on defense again. What I think about Dave Spato? Nothing much. Call me crazy, but I feel a blowout coming. We remember the sweep no matter the record. I got you. Howie's not trash, but I'm not going to act like he had been a ball on fire. Listen. The facts don't lie, man. In case you knew in here, man, look at the people that Howie Roseman drafted for us that led to a Super Bowl. People make trades all the time during the offseason and don't lead to a Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowboys wasted a first-round pick on Amari Cooper. I feel like when you trade mid-season a first-round pick, it better get you to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, man. It better do that for you, dog. That's how I look at it. If you trade multiple first-round picks, you better win a Super Bowl. You better win a Super Bowl, man. I don't see no other way. If I'm a GM, but see, this is what I think Howie don't understand. We got the kind of team that where we can go to the Super Bowl if we do give up them picks. We got that type of caliber team. One or two players short from going from the Super Bowl to going to the Super Bowl. So I think Howie probably need to focus on that a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I believe if you go get, when was the last time multiple picks was traded on somebody first round picks? Khalil Mack, I think. I believe if you go get Khalil Mack, it makes us a Super Bowl contender. Period. I believe if you go get Khalil Mack, you're a Super Bowl contender. But you got to also think about how much money we already got tied in. All of the marquee people that Howie Roseman drafted since 2010, Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey, Fletcher Cox, Lane Johnson, Vinny Curry, Nick Foles. Not Nick Foles. Fletcher Cox, Vinny Curry, Lane Johnson, Zach Ertz, Nelson Aguilar, Carson Wentz, Derek Barnett. Those dudes still play for us, man. That's 9 years worth of drafting where some of the guys are still on the roster. Come on. Our money tied up. Our money is invested in some of the guys that Howie already paid. So if you go somewhere and get Jalen Ramsey, what was we going to do with him next year anyway? What are the Rams going to do with Jalen Ramsey next year? If Jalen Ramsey hits the free agent market and they don't make the playoffs, wasn't this just a waste of time? We got a better chance of getting Jalen Ramsey in free agency. If that's even still a topic next year. You got to think, who did they go get Jalen Ramsey for? Your cornerback situation wasn't already that good? He got 2 years in his contract. You think he want to play his 2 years out over there? He want to get extended. That's why he's asking to be traded. Come on, y'all think these people honor their contracts? Zeke had 2 years left on his contract. What couldn't you fix in the secondary with Peters and Talib? Like, who else they got back there? Xavier Howard is a better scheme fit than Ramsey. I like Xavier Howard. It's a dude on a trading block in Pittsburgh too. Listen, something gonna happen. We just need a new face at cornerback with starting experience. That's all we need, man. Trust me. Xavier Howard and Devontae Parker, easily. I was thinking about Devontae Parker today too. Hey, thank you for the donation, Tyam. Howie is the man and the Rams are done for 10 plus years. I think this crippled the Rams. They reaching for the stars. They afraid. Their division is way more competitive than they thought it was. I'm about to play for the Eagles. I hear that, King Leaf. Parker and Howard, let's do it. Somebody new is right. That's all we need. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the cornerback situation is sturdy, because that's not true. I think we go wide receiver, not corner. I think that might be the best move though, 500. We need a dynamic playmaker for Carson Wentz. The leading receiver basically is Miles Sanders, especially on long throws. What I'm gonna eat for what I'm gonna eat for lunch, man? I feel like spaghetti and meatballs or something. It's a good Italian spot not too far from my job. It's raining cats and dogs. This is spaghetti day. We need to give Malcolm Jenkins the money. We do. Oh, I forgot to do. I mean, I ain't got no reason to do the bop because it's raining. But I give you the bop real quick. We're about to bop the Cowboys on Sunday. It's like at the end of the day, we forgot that we got a game for the division on Sunday. We sitting here crying over spoiled milk. I don't even think of Amari Cooper playing. I'm worried about being #1 in the division. I don't care what nobody else do, dog. We got a franchise quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff to look forward to, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. For sure. It's coming over real soon, the rain. Yeah, the rain is coming, man. The rain is coming. If it wasn't for no global warming, this rain would be snow. This would be snow if global warming wasn't such a pain. Hate to see it. You always Jenkins the Eagles, man. Jenkins the Eagles? Okay. Badge of honor shirts, what about them? Do we try and grab Harris or Sanders? I have no idea. At this point, it is so hard to tell what Howie Roseman got cooking. We know he tried for Jalen Ramsey. It didn't work out. You know what I mean? And it's all up to what Howie gonna do, man. We just gotta see, man. We gotta see. We gotta understand that it's a business. And if you got somebody on a trade block, you're gonna take the best offer. They think they meant Jinx. Well, I understand it. I know how to spell Jenkins and Jinx. May God continue to bless you and your family, Lord Brunson. Hey, repent, man. You already know, bro. I appreciate that. Von Miller and Chris Harris. Sound about right. We could put a nice package together for Denver and get both of them guys out of there. But we're going to see, man. Official video coming later. I'm going to put the rain suit on, be back outside on my rooftop. I don't care. Official video coming later, man. We got some business to talk. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. I am the best reporting on the Eagles. I appreciate you guys, man. Let's not give Howie such hard of a time, man. And hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. We going up. Badge of honor shirts. What's up with the badge? You need a badge of honor shirt, Ofer? You need a badge of honor shirt? Hit me up, man. Hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter or something, man. I'll show you how you can order one, man. You know, I sent a few shirts to Europe the other day, man. I'm real stoked about that, man. And everybody, you too, Jameer. Everybody that got their shipments recently this week or last week or whatever, man. Send me a picture with your product on, and I'm gonna put it up there, man. You already know. Size extra large. Okay. Hey, you know what? I got four extra larges on tuck. I think I got some extra larges in my truck. I got some extra larges in the crib, man. If you a size extra large, man, for today only, man. Listen, man, I'm selling shirts for $20 a day, man. For $20, I'm selling the shirts for $20, man. So you send your PayPal to ElijahEBrunson@gmail.com, $20, because I'm getting ready for the long sleeves and the hoodies. Send your $20 to the PayPal, man. Yeah, with your address in the description. I got you, bro. Let's get it.